What's the worst financial decision you've seen someone make? 1. My cousin was put in charge of her late aunt's estate, and her first decision was to sell a rare antique collection that had been in the family for generations. Instead of taking time to appraise its worth, she accepted an offer from a questionable buyer who promised to pay in cash. She ignored everyone's advice to consult an expert, and in the end, she sold it for pennies on the dollar. The buyer later auctioned it off for a fortune. 2. A friend from college received a $50,000 inheritance and decided to invest it all in an online cryptocurrency that promised quick returns. Despite warnings from several people, he believed the hype and ended up losing everything when the currency crashed a few months later. 3. My sister-in-law got scammed on an online shopping platform. She saw an amazing deal for a designer handbag and immediately wired $2,000 to the seller. When the package never arrived, she tried contacting the seller, but the phone number was disconnected. It turned out that the listing was a total fraud and she had lost all the money. 4. A coworker of mine fell for an expensive wellness product sold by a door-to-door salesperson. The system, promising to detoxify his entire body, cost him over $400 per month. A year later, he was struggling to make ends meet. His girlfriend left him, and he had to sell his car just to pay the bills. The wellness product now sits unused in his garage while he still pays for it every month. 5. A manager at my old job took out a personal loan to pay off her credit cards, but still went ahead and bought a luxury vacation to the Maldives just a week after. She justified the decision by saying she needed a break, but it put her further into debt, and her credit score tanked as a result. The owner of a small local shop in my neighborhood decided to spend $30,000 on a large batch of trendy gadgets. His business was already struggling, and he hoped these items would boost sales. They didn't, and he was left with a pile of unsold inventory. The business closed shortly after, and he had to sell his home to cover the debt.